So let me begin the program with a short story. Once, six blind people who had never seen an elephant before in their life were taken to an elephant and asked to describe the elephant by touching just one part of the elephant. I am sure all of you have heard this story many times before, but the beauty of this story is that every time you hear it, you get a new meaning out of it. So the six people were taken to the elephant. Now the first blind person, he touches the trunk of that elephant, and then he says that the elephant is like a big snake. The second blind person, he touches the tusk of the elephants, and he says that the elephant is like a smooth, hard, spear-like thing. The third person, he touches the ears of the elephant, and he says that elephant is like a fan. The fourth person, he touches the side of the elephant, and he says that elephant is like a wall. Now the fifth person, all of them are blind and they have never seen the elephant before. So the fifth blind person, he touches the leg of the elephant, and he says that the elephant is like a pillar. The sixth and the last person, he touches the tail of the elephant, and he says that elephant is like a rope. The problem starts here. I think all of you might have heard about this story earlier, but the real problem starts that these six blind people start fighting with each other, saying that they are all saying the truth and others are telling the lies. Now if we really think, is anybody of them telling a lie? Nobody is telling a lie. All of them are telling the truth, but the truth which is known to them. And this is where the problem is. Today we are not all blind. However, in our day-to-day lives, we come across certain situations, certain people, certain occasions when we form assumptions, when we make opinions, and when even we make judgments about the people, incidents and the places by a limited knowledge. And this is what really is not something good. And there are some 5 life lessons that we can learn from this story. And the 5 life lessons are that the first lesson is that we form our opinions based on the facts which are available to us at the time when we form our opinion. This is the first fact. The second lesson is that we should always remember that the facts which are known to us may not be complete. This is very important to remember. The third lesson is that whenever we have a disagreement with anyone, we should first evaluate whether we have seen the total picture, and then only we should continue our disagreement. Otherwise, it's like a blind person seeing only one part and then continuously emphasizing that he is only telling the truth. The fourth life lesson is that it is very likely that in case of a disagreement, both parties are correct based on the incomplete facts which are available to both of them. So it is not necessary that when you are right, somebody else is wrong, or vice versa. You both could be correct based on the limited information which is available to you. And the fifth and the last lesson, very important lesson, is that if we learn to stand in the shoes of other person for a while and think why that person has said or acted in a particular way, most of the conflicts in this world would resolve automatically. That also reminds me of the famous Thomas Alva Edison story, which all of us have heard probably many times before, but it is worth mentioning here that he apparently failed some 1129 times while making the bulb, but he did not give up. And that probably remains the highest example, the example of the person who remained perseverant for the longest period of time in his efforts, and he did not give up, and he finally made the bulb. And imagine if he had given up even on the 1128th attempt, the mankind would have been sitting in the darkness for some other Thomas Alva Edison to come up and then have that kind of perseverance to make another light bulb for us. Wonderful. That's a really nice story about the parrots, and that reminds me of another short story which says that how they catch the parrots in jungle, the hunters. What they do is that they tie 2 ropes, and there is one horizontal bar, and on that horizontal bar there is another ring like a cylinder like thing which is hollow, which can move, which can rotate. So when the parrot comes and flies, it flies and sits on that. Obviously, because it is a rotating thing and it's easy to move, it's free, so its claws hold the bar while it suddenly turns upside down and it is hanging upside down. Now the parrot, if it leaves its legs, if it leaves its claws, and it will fly away, but it is so afraid that it will fall down that it remains there hung in the hung position, and finally the hunter comes and it catches it. The lesson for us from this is that in life, many times we hang to certain trivial things for the fear of failure, that we miss out on the glorious future that awaits us and we just hang on to the small thing that is there,